I often hear calls to stop growth and stop building from both new and longtime Prescott residents. As much as we would like to keep our fair town exactly as it was when we moved here, the truth is that no elected official or governing body has the power to put a halt to growth and development. However, we can manage growth and encourage appropriate development, but we can never take away legitimate rights of property owners who wish to develop and build on their property. Of course, property owners must comply with applicable zoning, height restrictions, building codes, and the city's water policy. Through codes, ordinances, and even ballot initiatives, we can manage and control the pace of appropriate growth. We can influence how new development impacts our water supply, our traffic patterns, our public safety services, and our infrastructure, but we cannot arbitrarily stop it. The city has a number of development agreement contracts in place on hundreds of acres of land, mainly in North Prescott. These developments have already been approved by previous councils and will include thousands of residential units. There is an expectation that they will be built out over the next several decades, not all at once or immediately. Most of these units are single-family homes with multifamily apartments and condos also planned. In each case, a development agreement and water allocation was negotiated, drafted, and voted on by the council in place at that time. These agreements are legally binding contracts to allow the negotiated elements, assuming that they meet all of the zoning, building safety requirements of the city code, and the provisions of our water policy. What does that all mean for Prescott? New home construction will continue. We are in a desirable community. Housing costs have increased substantially in just 3 years, due in part to supply chain, component costs, and labor. So much so that our working class and professional residents, such as police officers, teachers, nurses, and firefighters, are having a difficult time finding places they can afford. The city has established a workforce housing committee to explore whether we can impact housing affordability and how best to do that. More living units are needed for those that work and live here. Prescott has seen consistent growth over the past 10+ years. The council's challenge is to maintain a manageable level of growth in order for the city to keep up with appropriate services and public safety infrastructure. Through all of this, we must all work together to maintain the community and culture of Prescott while welcoming a reasonable pace of growth and provide an affordable place for all of our valued residents to live.